Hi everyone, welcome back to Cogent English. And here is another episode of HSA English syllabus series. And today I'm dealing with the poetry. This is the photograph of me by Margaret Atwood. So in this video, I'm going to analyze the poetry. This is a photograph of me, and we will have the summary, the short summary of the poetry. So let's get started.
This is a photograph of me is the first poem of Margaret Atwood's poetry collection, The Circle Game. So here we have to take a note of the poetry collection, The Circle Game. So we can expect a question, okay? The poetry titled, This is a photograph of me, has been selected from which poetry collection? So The Circle Game. And it published in 1964. It published in 1964. And this piece centers on a photograph of a child who has drowned in a lake. So this is a photograph of me by Margaret Atwood, describes a blurry image of a child who has tragically dies by drowning in a lake nearby their small frame house. And the poem begins with the first person speaker, the child, describing her photograph. It has grayish flecks and blurred lines on it. And the print is smeared, and it seems as if the photograph was taken a long time ago. But it is not the case. The child makes it clear that the photo was clicked the day after she drowned in a lake nearby her house. This is really a shocking description, heightens the tension of this piece. Besides, the reference to certain things clarifies that the image depicted by Atwood. Lastly, the speaker welcomes readers to look at the photograph and find her if they can. And now let us check it out, the structure of the poetry. As the poem taps on a tragic incident, it does not have a rhyme scheme or specific sound pattern. It is a free verse without having any rhyming lines. The use of end-stopped lines makes this piece sound like a blank verse as well. And when we are coming to the literary devices used in the poetry, the most important literary device of this poetry is enjambment. Enjambment. So it is used to internally connect the lines. Readers can find the use of this device throughout the poetry. Apart from that, Atwood uses imagery to detail the photograph and the things present in it. There is a use of irony in the lines. At first, it seems to be a smeared print. The poem also uses anticipation in the quoted lines for hinting at the tragic event described in the upcoming lines. The use of simile can be found in the line at a thing that is like a branch, part of a tree. In this line, the child compares herself to a branch of a tree, and there is a metaphor in the line like of the picture just under the surface. It seems here the speaker is hinting at the subconscious mind and the mental picture of her. And in the last section, readers can find an alliteration. It is present in the phrase, look long enough. Here, Atwood uses the repetition of the letter L sound for creating a transient rhythm. And the theme, within its brevity, the piece explores several themes. The most important themes are death, appearance versus reality, innocence, the transience of life, and disappointment. So you can expect a question, the theme, it has several themes or various themes. So it can be like death, appearance versus reality, innocence, the transience of life, and disappointment. To begin with, Eightwood taps on the theme of death not in the first few lines. It is present in the second part that explores the reality behind the photograph of the child. According to the speaker, she has died by drowning in a lake, and this image is taken after her watery burial took place.